Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way, and then try and match his athleticism.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Going long here for Wallace. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, James Prochet. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Now Jackson back into his end zone, sliding out of the pocket. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They go play action with Jackson. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. High throw, but the catch is made. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Escaping the pressure right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. The 20. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
A
Kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots, if I remember correctly. And they've won a few in the years following. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Prochet on the return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And that will from the offense as they take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Now Jackson on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and 10. Jackson on the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up third down. From midfield now, here's Jackson rolling to his right. And this one is incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. Fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. From the 41, Watson got a man open. That's Harry.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Watson on first down. Forced out to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. York able to send this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's second down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. This complete to David Bell. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins to the 22-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Dobbins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
People across the league have Dobbins picked as one of the likeliest breakout players for 2021. Unfortunately, that all changed after a torn ACL, but those expectations still remain the same for 2022. This is a guy who many believe can be one of the league's leaders in rushing this season and a true workhorse for the Baltimore backfield.
The tackle there by John Johnson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Going long here for Wallace. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Chubb running right. And he's got room. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield. Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got his man. That's Wallace. 20. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Tylan Wallace, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it. But they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
And And he's going to go down. He's sacked before he can get rid of the football. And they remain down by a point.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1. The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. And they turn the pick-6 into a pick-8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Browns drive about to get started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick-6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. The middle, it's Chubb, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Watson. That's complete to Bell over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Harry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging and blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And he got it! Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be back. Certainly have to thank